Happy Tuesday to the XRP family. As always, your boy Crypto ZX bringing you guys these updates. And you guys show a lot of support, continue supporting, and you guys know I got you guys covered on these updates. But Tuesday, a great day for the broader market, which again is something we want to see, of course. We're seeing quite a bit of red over the last, few days. Pretty much since Saturday, it's been, red constantly for the market, but we finally saw some sort of an uptick. Even though we're seeing an uptick right now, obviously there's key areas that we want to keep in mind. XRP right now, on the other hand, is up 5.1%. So quite a nice bounce for XRP right now with the price back above the $3 price point. Big thumbs up on that. $3.02 to be exact, also up 4.3% in Bitcoin compared. Now, if you're looking at the valuation, approaching $180 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about $6.8 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I want to start off with this here. Very, very interesting stuff here. So if Bitcoin price were to reach $125,000 over almost $16 billion, I know you guys are hearing me go crazy over this number, but that's true. $16 billion in shorts are set to be wiped out. $125,000. And I want you guys to take a look at Bitcoin here. What was our all-time high for Bitcoin? Let's give it a refresh live here. And take a look at this. So Bitcoin all-time high was indeed almost at 125,000. Could this really be that next wave up? I need to get that confirmation. We need to get back above 115K and then we'll go from there. But that would be quite something. Literally 15.9 billion in terms of liquidation. That could be quite something. So could the market makers really start taking the price of Bitcoin back up? We'll see what happens, but that would be quite something in terms of the liquidation numbers. But take a look at this. The U.S. Department of Commerce will begin publishing economic data on the blockchain, and the beauty of doing that is you cannot tamper with the data. It's set in stone. That is the beauty of the blockchain industry. And now you're starting to see the U.S. Department of Commerce really starting to show interest, and that should just, this is bigger than just publishing the economic data. It shows you governments are starting to pay attention to this new emerging technology. A few years ago, it used to be seen as never going to happen, but now as we are, going more into the future, as regulatory clarity is coming in, people are starting to understand the beauty of the blockchain technology and is being implemented, and this is a perfect example of that. But let's talk about XRP here. The market is severely underestimating institutional demand for XRP ETFs. The most in-demand applications are for XRP products. I 100% agree with that. If you're looking at the asset managers that are filing for XRP ETFs, it's pretty much in the lead compared to its competitors. So XRP and Solana stand out as two of the most popular assets for ETF applications and are among the most liquid. XRP's market depth are also surpassed Solana's and ADA at the end of 2024. This is all documented below. So in my opinion, it's inevitable for us to see these ETFs going live, but a continuous reminder that I totally agree with Smoke's overall take that people are underestimating the power of the ETF and how it could get approved. Yes, the likes of BlackRock and Fidelity are not in the picture yet, but I'm sure they are aware of what XRP is, and I think they might be thinking strategically. It just does not make sense to me that they leave just these other assets that could bring in billions of dollars inflows, and they just don't, go for them because it just makes no sense. They're leaving so much money on the table. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. But take a look at this. XRP just got a major boost from China. Chinese fintech giant Link Logic is putting its $1 trillion supply chain finance platform on the XRP ledger. A big round of applause once again on the XRP ledger here. Let that sink in. And if you fully understand how the XRP ledger works and how the XRP token is that bridge token, and it is required, it gets burned over time. And we're talking about $1 trillion supply chain finance platform on the XRP ledger. And if we get more and more of these types of partnerships, things are going to get very interesting. So RWAs, cross-border payments, and TradeFi Finance all on the XRPL. And on top of that, Korea coming in for the save. XRP at $3.05, and he's obviously referring to the spot data numbers. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, the week has pretty much still just started. We'll see what happens tomorrow. NVIDIA numbers are coming out as well, so we'll see what happens with that. But take a look at this. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse expresses excitement following the launch of the Gemini XRP card. Garlinghouse joined members of the XRP community to celebrate the launch of a special XRP edition Gemini credit card. The card, which launched yesterday, allows users to earn 4% back in XRP on everyday purchases, which of course I have highlighted to you guys in the last update, which is revolutionary for XRP long-term holders that are in the US, of course. Reacting to the development, Ripple CEO expressed amazement at the launch of the first ever XRP reward credit card, celebrating the milestone. He remarked, "What a time to be alive, XRP family." Garlinghouse remarks highlights how phenomenal it is that an XRP reward credit card has debuted, something that seemed unthinkable a few years ago. Totally agree with that. He encouraged his followers to use the Gemini credit card for everyday purchases and earn up to 4% back in XRP rewards. The tweet was accompanied by photos of Garlinghouse holding the credit card, with an XRP branded cap visible on the table. Very, very big news, of course. But take a look at this. Shout out to Vet. Remember, the very smart people are aware of the benefits. The others will tell you as bridge currency doesn't work or has no use. The use of the stablecoins and issued assets on the XRP ledger benefits XRP privileged role on the ledger. I cannot agree more. But let's take a look at what's happening with the price. The dominance is pulling down right now compared to yesterday. Great to see. And a continuous reminder why we want to be paying so close attention to the dominance, because dominance gone down right now, and we're seeing altcoins really feeling the love. And Bitcoin is still far off from where we were prior to this major pullback, and yet you're still seeing altcoins having a great time, and that is thanks to none other than Bitcoin itself. We are about to retest 112,000. Do expect a little bit of a rejection, breaking above that key range. Maybe closing our daily candle above 112 could be a nice thing, but still the door is still open for us to retest some of these downwards levels, unless of course we get back above 150,000, which of course I talked to you guys about time in time out. As far as XRP is concerned, made its way back above the $3 price point. We're not surprised, of course. That's a psychological level, very, very important range, and we are back above that. Hopefully we close above that range, but at the same time, you want to be paying very close attention to where Bitcoin stays. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about everything going on. We'll see you later. Been Crypto ZX, and peace out.